Welcome everyone to this very first Chronicles podcast. So, starting today, we are going to do a series of audio podcasts on different subjects, different topics. And today, uh, we are starting with cricket. Now, everybody already know that we have several projects going on, and Raiders Academy is one of these projects where we discuss about sports related topics. So yes, in collaboration with the Raiders Academy, Chronicles, this podcast is going with cricket. So we have several topics to go with, and let's uh, let's go one by one. Right. First and foremost, what we are going to discuss is this the Golden Queens, the Battle of Golden Queens. Now, this game is already done for on August 8th, and what we are going to discuss is what happened after the game. Now, there was several discussion online in social media and news outlets about the conduct and the mishaps that happened with the officials, right? Both the teams, they have been accusing each other, saying that fixing has been happened, right? So personally, I do not know that, right? All I know is the things that are there in the social media and the things that are there in the news outlets. So let me tell you this. Now, personally, I don't know the Princess of Wales College, right? I don't know the players. I don't know the team, and we are not here to discuss about this particular game. But I must say that I have personally met Yasodhara Vidyalaya team. I have personally met their coaches, and I have seen how they play. Right, in the year of 2025-26 under 19 girls Division 2 final match, I was one of the officers who officiated the game. I was the official scorekeeper, and yes, I have seen how they plan, how they warm up, and how they play. So yes, they were in their peak. So what we're going to discuss here, what happened after that. So after the game, there were certain accusations saying that the hosting team or the home team have already fixed the game. And yes, I have seen several clips online which certain things that had happened in the beginning of the match during the toss, right? Of course, yes, I can hear the Yasodhara captain calling tails, and the officers, they changed the calling, and then says that the captain did not call it out loudly. I don't know the situation in the grounds, right? Even though I can hear it in the video, I don't know the situation, the surrounding, the noises in the ground. So I cannot justify that. But what I want to say is that this brawl between these two schools, right? It's not a good thing, right? We always talk about the spirit of the game, right? Win or lose, you accept it, and if there is any mishap, any problem, you officially make the complaint to the officers. Now, this morning, I also saw another video saying that the umpires that they used are not from the official, umpires association, where they provide umpires to all the school games. So I might have to dig a little bit further to this situation, but what I can say is, what's there in the out, what's happening, it's a black mark for the spirit of the game. Right, let's move on. And the next thing that we are going to discuss is the upcoming Sri Lanka vs India, the Test series. Right, it's going to happen on 15th of August, few days from now. So I'm not going to talk about much about this game, but one thing that I want to say is that Gautam Gambhir, one of the officials of the Indian team, have made a statement. Now, these days there were a couple of warm-up games between the emerging teams. Now there is a Sri Lankan emerging team with newcomers. Those who are not playing Test cricket in Sri Lanka, they got a chance to play in these warm-up games, and they were quite well. They face the Indian bowlers well, and yes, reasonably they were well. And certain people started accusing the Indian team, saying that they are not up to the standard and everything. And Gautam Gambhir, he made a statement saying like we are here on a quest for lion hunt, not catching grasshoppers or something. Yeah, well, let's wait and see what happens in the test series starting from 15th at Galle, right? Moving on, the last thing that we are going to discuss is the Lanka Premier League 2026. Now, I'm not going to discuss, or we are not going to discuss the everything or all the matches during this tournament. No, we are going to discuss about the final match. So the final was between the Galle Gallants and the Jaffna Kings, right? As we all know, Galle Gallants became the champions for the first time. Now, what I want to say is this: Galle team have been crowned as runner-ups for several times, 3 times maybe. So they had a bit of a bad luck. But this time, with the introduction of Dasun Sanaka as the captain, finally they managed to hold on to their championship for the first time. Right, so Dasun Sanaka, well, it's a controversial person. When he was the captain of Sri Lanka national team, several people, many people, they accuse him for saying like he got the captaincy for granted, like since there were no other, he got it by chance, by luck, right? But we have already seen what he can do, and Sri Lankan team was under pressure at that time, and they were able to win the Asian Cup. Not only that, also went on to win many other tournaments, right? So he is a kind of a captain that people can work with. Now, I have heard, I have not personally experienced this, but I have heard that when the team loses, it's him who's facing the media. But when the team wins, he gives the chance to the best performers to go and face the media. So that's kind of a good thing coming from a captain, right? So yeah, and also we saw, even though he was not the captain, recently in the Major League Cricket in America, Dasun Sanaka was highlighted again and again and again. We saw that he smashed certain sixes out of the park. They had to replace the ball several times within 1 over. And also he managed to set a record in MLC, 4 wickets in a row. And Seattle Ockers, they made a huge impact in this MLC with Dasun Sanaka. Right. So let's move on to this. When you take the Lanka Premier League 2026, it was Lahir Udara who was the top batter. He scored 434 runs within this tournament with an average of 54.25. But unfortunately, he didn't receive the player of the tournament. Now, I know majority of the fans, majority of the followers, they expected Lahir Udar to receive this trophy or the award, but unfortunately it didn't happen. And the trophy went to Kamil Mishara, who played in the final, who played for Jaffna Kings. But when you take the stats, it was Lahir Udar who was the top batter with 434 runs. And as we expected, as everybody expected, yes, the best bowling figures was under Ishan Malinga. He managed to bag about 17 wickets with an average of 9.32. And Ishan Malinga was a member of a Galle team, also played for the final, and in the final he managed to score. Bag 3 wickets, 3 more wickets. Right. When you take this tournament, when you take T20 tournament, we always look into sixes, clearing the boundaries, right? So this time in 2026, that went to Charith Asalanka. So the player with most sixes is Charith Asalanka with 21 sixes, and Asalanka is also a member of goal team, right? So nevertheless, last but not least, let me tell you, it was the Jaffna Kings who scored the highest total in 2026 LPL tournament. It was 242 for 2 wickets. Now here's the thing, that score came against goal team, and unfortunately they had to face the same team in the finals, and goal team, they learned their lesson and they studied Jaffna team. Not only that, they learned many lessons throughout the tournament, and finally they were able to be the champions. So anyway, that's all that we are going to discuss during this podcast. It's a very short one, yes, since it's the first one. And thank you very much for staying with us for this long. Thank you very much for your support. Please do like this, share this, and invite your friends to follow us for more. And I'll see you on the next one.